Hello, my name is Desiree Shaw. I'm a psychotherapist. I vlog and I podcast about mental health. I have a keen interest in men's mental health, but overall I have an interest in all things well-being. I practice the Priory privately, and I'm on a mission to make therapy accessible and change the world one thought at a time. Okay, wearing your crown as a black woman, what do I mean by this? At present, there is so much focus on black right now. And what's happening is, for a lot of people, a lot of things are coming to the surface. So I explained in my videos why Black Lives Matter, the reason why it matters, and the fact that we often live in a state of anxiety, threat, detect, and protect. Now, it's very difficult for people who are not black to understand what it is like. So at this moment in time, everybody is heightened emotion and feeling quite a lot of stuff, and things are coming to the surface. And one of the things I'm in contact with directly as a therapist are people who are reliving their trauma. And a part of reliving the trauma is re-experiencing the mishaps that happened to you growing up. And it's not necessarily physical. It's not necessarily somebody punching you in the face. It's not even necessarily somebody calling your name. It's a feeling. And one of the things, being a black woman, I can identify with other black women, is the feeling we get about ourselves, how attractive we are, how unattractive we are, but most incredibly, above all, is the look and state of our hair. It sends us into a blind panic. If you go to areas where there are predominantly black people living, you'll see hairdressers upon hairdressers packed till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Why? Because we have a fear that our hair is going to look bad. And we're constantly in the process of trying to make it as acceptable as possible. How a woman wears her hair says a lot about her, and it says a lot about what she thinks about herself. I remember when I first went natural, I had that threat, detect, protect going on. Because I knew as a black woman I wasn't acceptable. And I knew for my generation, if I wasn't white or I wasn't mixed race, I was not good enough. And I knew that showed directly in my hair. So going out, I was constantly worried about what my hair looked like. There's this thick afro that was untamable. And whenever I chose relaxer and did a relaxer, it just didn't work for me. I remember early memories of going to school, and there was this one girl who was mixed race, that was the rage back then when I was young. Mixed race was better than black. It was almost better than white, because you had best of both worlds. Yay! These are the little sound bites we share with each other and ourselves, believing that somebody else is better than us. And I remember her saying to me, your regret has come through again. And I felt this small, my hair was, you can't hide your hair. You got to go to school. You got to put it in one. You got to do something. You can't hide your hair. You can't hide it. And I remember one day looking in the mirror in my tiny bedroom, and I said to myself, I'm going to have to find a way to live with my hair the way it is in its natural form, because these chemicals are not working for me. I was 14 years old when I first went natural, and it was against the grain, and I knew I had to come in contact with me and be comfortable with me, and it was hard, because everywhere I went, I was told that my hair was ugly. I remember starting at 14, and my sister, she got married. I was 18, I think I was 19 at the time. And I really got Afrocentric. And I used to do my hair in these China buns. And I loved them. And people used to comment. I remember being in the first PlayStation advert because of that hairstyle. Anyway, I remember my sister saying to me, you're not coming to my wedding with your hair like that. And I was a bridesmaid. And I have 3 sisters. And they all had these amazing, immaculate, relaxed hairstyles. It was in the 90s. There were the 90s hairstyles, and I'm a 90s girl, and they want them the 90s looks, and I didn't have that look. And my sister, who was getting married, said, you're gonna have to do something with your hair. You're not coming to me with my wedding with your hair like that. You're gonna have to get it pressed. And I remember actually one of my cousins who came from America and sitting in my sister's flat, and her pressing out my natural hair, which I had come to love at that point. Remember, I was 14 years old when I went natural. So I've spent a lot of time connecting myself with my hair, and she pressed it. And I was, it was the fret, detect, protect. I was scared. I didn't want my hair to be straight. It was like a part of me I felt it just being taken away, because I was going to be judged on my hair, and I had to look this way. And I had this hideous beehive hairstyle, which had no representation of me as a person, or it was me at all. It just wasn't me. And I remember feeling so torn away from who I naturally am. It was horrible. I'll never forget that. And that was my experience with my hair and getting into contact with me. And as I meet other black women, young black women, who are trying to figure their own hair story out, and I see the struggle, and I see what they're going through, because I went through it. I was a bit more determined to love my natural self, because I knew I only had me. No matter how much I was going to hide under a weave, under extensions, under a relaxer, I was going to be me at the core. So I had to accept who I was, who I am. And I'll never forget just hearing the burn of the comb going sizzle. And this is what we do. This is what a lot of black women do regularly. And we sometimes say it makes your hair more manageable. No, it was a pain in the head. I swear to God. You get a relaxer, trust me. You're running from the rain, you're running from swimming, you're running from all these different things. And once I got into my natural state, which is what I have right now, I can do all of those things. I can walk in the rain. I can go swimming. It doesn't matter if I do this. This is my natural hair in its natural form.
Brown and I like them all natural, all natural. She do it right, she rock them braids for that protective style, and I like her. Yeah. Now let me see that natural hair do. Show me what that natural hair do. Now let me see that natural hair do. Show me what that natural hair do.
It's about how we weren't good enough. We've given this to each other. It was given to me by other black people that my hair wasn't good enough, and it stays with you. And then we start doing counterproductive things to our bodies, such as wearing somebody else's hair on our head, which I find a little bit strange, really. Somebody else's hair which has no correlation or link to the features or style of that person. The wonderful thing about Afro hair is it's unique to that person. It's yours. There's so many things, the versatility, but ultimately, it's the way you look after your crown. That's therapeutic and mindful, And these are some of the little sound bites you pick up about natural hair. It takes too long. It's this. It's too much of this. It's too much of that. It's too little of that. It's too much. And I'm thinking, I enjoy the days, and I do it once a week. That day when I sit down after washing my locks and putting my oils in them, my natural oils that I make myself, because there's no product out there that is going to make my hair natural, going to make my hair more comfortable or better than it is. It's very simple oils. And I sit down and I part my hair and I get into my hair and I use my fingers and I get to massage my scalp. And for those couple hours or so that I'm doing it, I have let go of thoughts and let go of emotions and let go of ideas. I've become at peace with things. I've laughed at thoughts and ideas, and I've been at one with myself. I've been at one with my hair. My hair is right directly on my head. My head is really important to the rest of my body. That's where my brain is. It seems bizarre to put chemicals in my hair, which is directly linked to my head, to sit under those chemicals and then wash them out and wonder What is that doing to my actual brain? What is it doing to my bloodstream? What is it doing to my behavior? All in an attempt to be acceptable, to be seen as a specific type of beauty. When we come out of those ideas about beauty of ourselves and how other people treat us, we recognize that the only person who counts when it comes to feeling or thinking beautiful is ourselves. Okay? Now, they say beauty is only skin deep, or beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or beauty is deeper than just what somebody looks like. I say beauty is as deep as you want it to be. If you want it to be skin deep, and that's your focus, and that's what beauty is to you, and guess where you will live? In threat, detect, and protect, because that surface level beauty will be under threat and scrutiny forever. If your beauty is the way you treat yourself, the way you look after yourself, the way you manage yourself, the way you touch yourself, the way you respect yourself, you have a beauty that is holistic to your entire self, as opposed to just parts. When I meet somebody who really hates themselves, and I can see it by how they hide themselves, through loads of headscarves, never seeing their hair, through lots of weave, never seeing their weave, or actually purposely trying their hardest not to be who they are by trying so desperately to be something else and being so uncomfortable. I recognize their pain and their suffering, and I can't take it away. I can't remove it. I can't just say, here's a pill, get on with it, you know. But what I can do is invite you to actually come and join a short course that I have going on Zoom, which runs for about 60 minutes. It's about building your self-esteem. It's about recognize the beautiful you. It's about realizing that ugly is a word that we use against ourselves. It's about standing up within you and for you. It's about accepting you. And it's over a series of amount of weeks. You can join in. You can do it from the comfort of your home. And all you need to do is have a Zoom account. So if you're interested in being a part of the new movement of loving yourself, but not loving yourself, but loving yourself. What do I mean? Not loving yourself, but loving yourself. But loving yourself. Sign up. I'll put the link in the description box, and you can sign up and come and find me. I will be more than happy to have you join. The sessions are for 6 to 8 people max. I do want them to be quite intimate. I do want the learning to be quite, fluid, so that it supports you holistically. Okay, and sign up to the website, the subscription, and say what you want to achieve, what you're interested in, and I will endeavour to ensure that you meet your desired goal, which is you being more comfortable and accepting of who you are. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Thank you so much for watching. I'm a psychotherapist on a mission to make therapy accessible and change the world one thought at a time. Because I think that if we just change that one thought, imagine what we could do to our entire lives.
You don't hide nothing about you. Addicted to your style. Back when I knew nothing about you. You about to do your hair? Oh, cool. Let me watch you. Your arms been up for too long. Let me massage you. I love the dreads back, head wrap, afro puff, fresh snaps, long, short, thick and curly. Shorty, where your head at? Can you break me off a piece of that? Oh, baby, do I gotta say please for that? Oh, get down on one knee for that. Oh, baby, you the queen of that move. I like it, I love it. The way you take care of you is so rare to kill. And I dig what you wearing too. Your skin so bare and smooth, it's unbearable. They come in white, they come in red, they come in yellow, black or brown. And I like them all natural, all natural. She do it right, she rock them braids for that protective style. And I like her all natural, all natural. Now let me see that natural hair do. Show me what that natural hair do. Show me. Now let me see that natural hair do. She got it, she got it. Show me what that natural hair do. Oh, she got that.